Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And it's Pacino.
Aramburu.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, somebody who really has impressed me in many ways is Alessio Romagnoli. I mean, I've watched him since his debut, and every time I see him, he just looks as if he's getting better, whether it's covering or whether using his anticipation. I think at this rate, he could go on to earn a place next to some of the real greats.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim.
Tito! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now it's Noslin.
Pedro.
Mendes. Now it's Isaacson. Noslin. Now it's Noslin.
Oh, well played, well played.
Sucic gets rid without sophistication. Great vision. Still goalless. Gonzalo Guedes knocks it into space.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Sadiq!
Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Lazio have the chance to go the other way. Elustondo. Mendes. Can he get on the end of this?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Sadiq. Looking here to chip it through. It's out for a goal kick. Guendouzi. Nicely shaped ball, and he's intervened well there. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Taken back almost at once. And it's Mendes. Looking tidy in possession here. Hila gets it away. Approaching the half-hour mark. This look...
And a chance! He's delivered all right!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Driving on and making good progress.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Dink through. Cleared without hesitation.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
And the pass is intercepted. One 0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Noslin. Oh, no joy this time. Now it's Kubo. He's on it, can he get away?
Shot, surely! They've done it! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So that's 2 now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, well played.
Sucic.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well timed, excellent interception. Isaacson, quality ball. That looks a cracking ball. Aramburu. And it's Sucic. Nicely weighted ball. That's really well cleared. And we hit half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Now it's Kubo. And it's Mendes. Now it's Gonzalo Guedes. Oh, that's superb.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Munoz. Mendes, who does have an assist to his name.
Takes a shot!
It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Mario Gila attempts a clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Sadiq.
He's having a shot!
Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are cruising away. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
A case now of complete control.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Mendes. Now it's Sadiq. Now it's Kubo. Tries to play it through. Oh, what has happened here? Aramburu. Now it's Mendes. Now it's Sadiq. Sucic. Pedro.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Latsari. Looking for the run.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Mendes. Kubo. And they can counter here. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Sucic. Now Mendes. Now that's well seen too. And it's Pedro. Now it's Isaacson. Can he get it through? And that could well leave a mark. Sadiq. Kubo is onto this. Now, can they get him away? Great ball, and he's in here. Great chance! He has done it! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
As if three weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. It's become a case of men against boys. Now it's Perenachea. Gets into some space. Hangs one in. Zaccagni. Rovella. Now, what about a counter-attack? That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. That is ended up in no man's land. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And he's managed to get rid. Sucic. Well, played right into his path. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Mendes. Now it's Sadiq. Deftly away. Looking to play him in.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Barnechea.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now that looks a decent ball. Mario Gila with the clearance. That's that, the end. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Just listen to that noise, this place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take.
He's gone for goal! And that is wildly off target.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Zubeldia calmly anticipates. Tries to play it through. Munoz.
This is the time you need that pace.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Searching pass he's played there. Well, that has not gone well. Threads one in.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Sadiq. Good take, and is he in?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Tries to pass it through. Now it's Sadiq. Oh, that's a fine interception. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, somebody who really has impressed me in many ways is Alessio Romagnoli. I mean, I've watched him since his debut, and every time I see him, he just looks as if he's getting better, whether it's covering or whether using his anticipation. I think at this rate, he could go on to earn a place next to some of the real greats.
I wonder whether that has anything to do... That could spell decent chance! And he's there to get it away. Now it's Sadiq. Mendes. It's a really well-measured ball. Kubo's cross. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Zubeldia picks it up from the goal kick. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's in on goal. And they've got rid. Elustombo. And here's Mendes. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. So it is still 0-0. Now it's Isaacson. Pass is just off target. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Now it's Gonzalo Guedes. And he welcomes it in. Sadiq. Ah, such a clever touch. Terrific header. Against the crossbar. He's missed, but not by that far.
Mendes could easily have kept that down. He shouldn't have brought the crossbar into play.
Very nearly half an hour gone here. Sucic. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Sadiq. That's an excellent interception. Now he's got space here.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Well, quick thinking by the keeper, he did well. Great vision. Munoz has it in a wide position. Out of play for a throw. In again. Romagnoli getting this one clear. So what can they make of this? That's been slipped through. Zubeldia cuts out the pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Sucic. Sadiq. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And that is expertly dealt with. Lazzari gets it away. Munoz. Can he get it through? Mendes receives it in a good position. Tries a shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking for a runner. Not the most accurate pass. And that is as far as they're going to go. Gonzalo Guedes. And there is the half-time whistle. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now it's Noslin, and the counter is on. Neatly clipped into space. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Now that looks a decent ball. Aramburu. Sucic. Oh, they could break here. Plays a sharp little ball here. Hila. Deftly away. Munoz. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mario Hila cuts it out. Mario Hila is there to clear. Up towards the hour mark, and still no goals.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Kubo. He's tried one! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Elustondo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Ambitious ball here. Zubeldia gets over and intercepts. Knocks it into space. Great ball if he can get there. Provedel gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Now it's Sadiq. Mendes. Sadiq. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Munoz. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Now it's Sadiq. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Noslin. Gendouzi. Good purposeful running this. Aramburu. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Guendouzi. And they're quick to get it back. Mendes. That's a lovely, neat pass.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Now it's Sadiq. This looks promising.
There's the shot!
And he's there to belt it away.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, he was clearly... Oh, they could be caught out here! Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 14, el dorsal 15, el dorsal 11 serán sustituidos por...
Well, that is one way to stop him.
El dorsal 10.
Now it's Dia. And he cuts out the supply. It's a searching pass. Oh, that's well spotted. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. A probing pass. That is ended up in no man's land.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Now it's Mendes. Played out towards the right wing. Oyarzabal. Oh, well played.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Castellanos. Munoz. And it's Guendouzi. Castellanos. Aramburu. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so we remain optimistic.
So a brief breather and then extra time. And if you're just back, well, the action is back underway already. And no, that was never going to make it.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Vecino. Now it's Castellanos. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Guendouzi.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Now it's Oyarzabal. Barrenechea. They're urging him to shoot. Now it's Barrenechea. Now it's Dia. That's good vision. Well read, nice interception. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Dia running with the ball. Nicely weighted ball.
Can he finish? Oh, it's in! And that's got to be it! That has got to be it!
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So the first goal of
Zaccagni! It's there!
And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
That's it for the first period of extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner? And the action has already restarted. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. Well, there's the clearance. Now it's Oyarzabal. Well timed, excellent interception. Pass somewhat off target.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
That pass has been well intercepted. Sucic. Looking for the run. Now, can they get him away?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking to play him in. Baranachea. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And it's Zakarian. Is there any support? He might not need it.
Well, he
Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Now it's Gonzalo Guedes. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I see this guy, Romagnoli, as the latest in a line of fine Italian defenders, and he's very adept with his feet. This allows him...
Isaacson! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Lazio with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Driving forward. Gonzalo Guedes. And here's Kubo. And he thumps it clear. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Isaacson. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Now it's Sadiq. He's in a great position here. This looks promising. Real chance here. Big header! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Mendes. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Mendes. Now it's Sadiq. Gonzalo Guedes. Oh, that was vital. That's going to go a long way. Now, can they get him away? Romagnoli gets it away.
Lazio have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Now that looks a decent ball. No, that's been intercepted. Provedel is there to clear. Oh, that's a key interception. Pressing high and with purpose. Now it's Noslin. And the pass is intercepted. He is through here! Goal! Lazio! And Lazio score first! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Lazio have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Nicely weighted ball. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Five minutes till the break. He's a sharp little ball here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, played right into his path. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Isaacson.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Now it's Sadiq. But that has not gone well. And he cuts out the supply. And the first 45 minutes are up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And we are back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Aramburu kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Played back in. Great ball, and he's in here. Marusic deals with that comfortably. Marusic with the clearance. Pedro with a definite foul there. Sadiq, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And now they can clear their lines. Mendes. It's a good spell of possession, this. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Aramburu gets across to intercept that. And it's Mendes. Played out to the right. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Knocks it into space. That is a brilliant interception. And that was very necessary. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Mendes. Now it's Sadiq. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Zubeldia cuts out the pass. Looking for a runner. It's a pretty loose pass. Mendes tries to play it through. He's being urged to shoot and reclaimed it in a trice. And he's quick to get it clear again. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Zubeldia. Oh no, this does not look good. Munoz. Gonzalo Guedes. Now it's Sadiq.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 14, el dorsal 15, el dorsal 11 serán sustituidos por el dorsal.
Now it's Zakarian, and it's Sucic. It's played through for him. Zakarian.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oyarzábal receives. Goes for a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the... Oh, what has happened here? Munoz puts them all in. Now it's Castellanos. Great vision. And he welcomes it in. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Baranachea. Oyarzábal is onto this. And he's cut it out. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Aramburu. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, that's fabulous. He's come in hard. It's their second corner of the game. The Tito! Just off target. A probing pass.
Un minuto de descuento.
We are into overtime. And he's straight offside. That's the end. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel...
Decent chance! And he's done it!
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Noslin, now it's Isaacson.
Isaacson showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Now it's Noslin. Elustondo cuts it out.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Elustondo with the foul.
It's just beyond his reach. Mendes. Now it's Oyarzabal.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Marusic is there, and he can get that clear.
Knocks it into space.
Mendes providing an outlet on that flank. Good ball, good shoots! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner.
And that should get the job done. Another corner. Any better luck this time round?
Corner number 2 then. He's having a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That's beautifully weighted.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that.
Oh, they could be caught out here.
Isaacson. This looks promising. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Sucic.
Vecino gets across to intercept that.
Nicely shaped ball. Now it's Isaacson.
No, that's been intercepted. Ambitious ball here. Mario Gila kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Almost half an hour in now. Guendouzi, and he was quick to react.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Distributed tidily. Kubo gets a cross in, and that has been knocked clear, out towards the flank. Can he get it through? It's a promising position.
Oh, smashing header! He scores!
And there's the goal they've been looking for. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Noslin!
Decent enough try.
Noslin is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Oh, that is a good...
And he shoots! And it's in!
Back to within 1! Interesting! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Tries to play it through. Marusic gets it away. Can he get on the end of this? And he's picked it up out wide. Ball comes in.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Isaacson. Now it's Noslin. And he's searching through.
Tries a shot! They've done it! Lazio back on level terms.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
And he's... And that is going to be the final action of the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Now it's Isaacson.
Has a shot!
Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Elustondo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he was alert to it. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Lazio clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Mendes. And Sucic. And it's Mendes. Oh, that's a key interception. Romagnoli with the clearance. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now, this could be a chance.
There's the shot! They've scored! And they get themselves in front!
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Gonzalo Guedes. And he's managed to get rid. And smartly reclaimed. Mendes. Now it's Gonzalo Guedes. And he's gone looking for safety. Munoz. Nice looking ball. Romagnoli makes the interception. Aramburu. It's a searching pass. Aramburu is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Isaacson.
Lazio really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Not the most accurate pass. Zubeldia. Nicely weighted ball. Zaharian picks it up out wide. And here's Oyarzabal.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Always onto this. And he's in on goal. Chance for a shot! Goal! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle.
He's had a shot! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And he's there to get it away. Munoz. And it's Barrenechea. Looking for options for movement. Terrific header! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Oyarzabal has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Just too much on that.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now it's Barrenechea, and the shot! Swings in across. Barrenechea! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Aimed beyond the defence. Deftly away. Zaharian looking for the run. And he plays one through. Provedel gets his hands on it and the danger is averted.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
He's had it taken off him. Great vision. Look at the space here. Goes for a shot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
And there was his third. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very...
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
So off we go then. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this guy, Romagnoli, even when a teenager, he was touted as a player well mature beyond his years, and it's hard to disagree seeing how he's evolved into such a fine leader, and not just in that back line, but a leader of the whole team.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Mendes receives it in a wide position. That's really well cleared. Aramburu back towards the middle. And Zubeldia. Munoz. Nice bit of trickery. He's found a way through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shapes to shoot! Goal! Lazio! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Rovella.
Ball is over the line. Munoz. Looking for the run, and he's worked it through. Big chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner.
Nicely weighted ball. And now they can spring out of defence.
That has been cut short.
No, that's been intercepted. Lazzari. Lazio are looking to break at pace. Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Kubo. Kubo is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh no, this does not look good. Guendouzi picks it up. Header! He will be livid with himself. And the keeper's got it again. Oh, that's delightful. Aramburu.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's Sucic. Can he get it through? Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Danger averted for now. Now it's Isaacson. Oh, they can break here. Now, can they get him away? He's found a way through. Oh, shooting chance! Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Ramiro looking to stare down to unsettle the taker. Oh, he saved it!
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
Guendouzi. Good read, needed to be. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Lazio clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Aimed beyond the defence. And the shot! It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Lazio are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Rovella. Isaacson. And he's there to retrieve it. Looking to play him in. And it's made its way to him. It's Pedro! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Pedro actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Pedro! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Mikel Oyarzabal tries to pass it through. Oyarzabal! And he hits the net. Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just...
And there is the half-time whistle. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now it's Gonzalo Guedes. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Lazzari calmly anticipates. Tries to play it through. Oh, he's burst through. Can he finish? And that has fair fizzed. Mendes. Great vision. Oh, that's a key interception. And he's only too happy to take that back. And he's found a way past. Tries a measured ball. Provedel claims comfortably.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Oh, easy pickings there. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Zubeldia. Pass somewhat off target. 60 minutes played. Sucic. Well, that has not gone well. No chance for a shot! They've scored! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Lazio take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
They've seen the light.
Decent chance! And he's managed to get rid. Lazzari clears. Nicked it back promptly. And he's got Noslin. Chance, surely! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business. Oh no, what has happened here? He's picked his way through. Knocks it into space.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Gonzalo Guedes. Deftly away. And claimed it back swiftly. He is through here. Takes a shot. They've done it. Comfort, yet more comfort. Easing away. Well, there was to be no other outcome.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. Lazio are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with the...
And he shoots! And he couldn't quite make it 6.
Lazio certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Now it's Zakarian. Marine. And it's Soler. And he was quick to react. And that is as far as they're going to go. Romagnoli gathers from the goal kick. Now it's Noslin. Basic. Zubeldia. Carlos Soler.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Carlos Soler. Oh, important interception. And he's gone looking for safety. Zaharian. Can he get on the end of this? He has a look up. This looks promising. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Look at the space here. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away.
Oh, smashing header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play, plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Kubo. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I see this guy, Romagnoli, as the latest in a line of fine Italian defenders, and he's very adept with his feet. This allows him to play, you know, all sorts of passes out from defence, but he also plays himself out of pressure and keeps everything moving. He's quite a cool character.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And now they can clear their lines. Munoz. Kubo. It's a searching pass. That's the keeper's ball. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And it's Mendes. Now it's Gonzalo Guedes. Cataldi gets a foot in here. Probing pass. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. It's run loose here. And here's Oyarzabal. Might be danger here. Lazzari getting this one clear. Mario Gila tries to clear. Nicely weighted ball. Sucic. Cross into the box.
And a chance! Oh, crucial block!
Picked out, and the shot! Chance here to counter. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Isaacson. Ramiro breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Sucic. Mendes. A lot of space ahead of him.
And he shoots!
It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's been caught napping. Kubo! In for the pieces. They've scored! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
It's a pretty loose pass. Not the most accurate pass. And it's with the keeper. Looking for the run. And it's lofted through here. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Gonzalo Guedes, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Isaacson. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. The pass has gone astray. And a goal kick.
Oh, denied brilliantly.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And he cuts out the supply. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And that's another good win of the ball. Now it's Oyarzabal. Now, what about a counter-attack? And he was quick to react. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Lazio applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but, of course, the returns can be terrific. Strong running down that left flank. Sucic. Ambitious ball here. Can he get it through? Provedel claims comfortably. Still just a single goal between the sides. Mendes. Now, can they get him away?
Takes a shot! And yes, it's there!
2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Back into the middle. Noslin. That's an excellent interception. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Munoz. Now Mendes. Looking to play him in. Aramburu. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Sucic. Mendes. Looking for options for movement. He's onside. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Mendes. Oh, it's come loose. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
Sucic
14,
considers his
el
options.
dorsal 11,
So a genuine chance to increase the
el
lead.
dorsal 21, el dorsal 7.
Zakarian shapes to shoot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Zaharian clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Defending of the desperate variety. And now a sudden chance to counter. Sucic picks it up out wide. Tries to crash through the challenge, but no. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Way off the ball!
And he thumps it clear. Great vision. Well, that pass isn't the best. Munoz. Mendes. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. No way through there. It's not an especially good pass, that. Baranachea. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. There's a sharp little ball here. Oh, that was vital. It is a corner.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
It's their second corner of the game.
Será reemplazado por el dorsal
Cleared away.
28, cambio de jugadores.
Lazio have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Castellanos. Good read, needed to be. Sucic. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, that has not gone well.
Habrá 2
Marín,
minutos de descuento.
that looks a decent ball. And here's the chance to counter. He's through, it's 1-on-1! And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And that's it. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration.